Golf Central on YouTube, brought to you by the Chrome Soft Golf Ball from Callaway.
Hello, I'm Kira K. Dixon, and this is your Golf Central update. The PGA Tour getting ready for this 75th edition of the Houston Open. The top player in the field is Scottie Scheffler. He'll tee off with his good friend Sam Burns and rookie Taylor Montgomery. Scheffler with an opportunity to get to the #1 ranking with a good week. He met with the media earlier today.
I've never played very good in the fall. I don't know why that is. From the time I got to college, and basically up until last year, I'd always struggled in the fall. I don't know exactly why that was. I'd always kind of try stuff, but in college, that was kind of the middle of our season. And so it was weird that for some reason, I don't know, maybe it was because of football season, who knows. I never played well. And last year was really the first time where I did, and it was nice kind of going in the offseason feeling very comfortable where my game was at, and I was able to just fine-tune things instead of really feeling like I had to work on a ton of stuff. It was more just like, let's kind of get this thing rolling, and going into the beginning of the year, I just played really well.
How does that serve you well this week, knowing that, okay, maybe you figured out October, November?
Yeah, I mean, I'm getting there. Last week was definitely good. You know, CJ obviously didn't play my best stuff, but last week I played, really solid golf. And so it definitely gives me a good bit of confidence, and I'm working on a lot of the same stuff I was last year about this time, and so hopefully it'll continue to pay off.
Now to the LPGA. Nelly Korda missed a good chunk of 2022 after recovering from a blood clot in her arm. She's had mixed results since her return. She won in a Aramco Series event in August. She's had 2 runner-up finishes, including the CP Women's Open, but she's also missed the cut in her last 2 LPGA starts. The LPGA will be at the Pelican Women's Championship. Nelly will tee off at 12:15 tomorrow, and she'll be playing with Australia's Hannah Green and Lydia Ko. She talked about her up and down season today as she prepares to defend her title in Florida.
I would recap it, and it was a roller coaster. Yeah, there was definitely a lot of ups, a lot of downs. I've played some solid golf since coming back, but I've also overdone it and then also played some poor golf. So definitely a learning year, more about myself, more about my body. I would say every year I'm very grateful for every year. I'm grateful to be out here. It was definitely a little scary at the start. But overall, I've played some really good golf, so I'm proud of that.
Was it difficult to build rhythm this season?
For sure, yeah. I think I missed so much of the year that I kind of wanted to make it all up in a sense. And as I said, I'm learning constantly. I'm learning about my body, and that's the great thing about golf is that it humbles you, and once you think you kind of got a hang of it, it kind of makes you come back down to reality. So. Yeah, it was definitely hard to kind of get a rhythm this year. When I was playing well, it was great, but when I was playing bad, I could definitely tell that not playing at the start of the year, not doing anything throughout my injury, played a role.
It was a big week for the Houston area as the Astros took down the Phillies for the franchise's 2nd World Series title. After falling behind 2-1, Houston won games 4, 5, and 6 to win the Fall Classic. It was a first for Dusty Baker as a manager after 25 years of close calls. And that excitement rolls into this week as the PGA Tour makes its return to Memorial Park in Houston for the penultimate tournament of the fall season. Memorial Park hosted this event for the first time in 2020, when the Astros Foundation committed $34 million to renovate and redesign the golf course. And we're pleased to welcome the owner and chairman of the Houston Astros, Jim Crane. First, Jim, congratulations. What's the last week been like for you?
Boy, it's been busy. We had a fun Saturday night in the town, big parade on Monday, and over 1 million people showed up. So we've been having a little fun and then roll right into this great event.
Yeah, I'm sure it's been quite the celebration. Now, the Astros went through a lengthy teardown and rebuild more than 10 years ago. What has it been like for you watching this team grow into one of the best franchises in baseball?
Well, it's a lot of work. Like anything, it's a process. When we first took it over, it wasn't doing real well. We were losing a lot of games, and we didn't have a real good team. So once we got it fixed, I have to give the credit to the city and the fans and the sponsors. I mean, they got in behind us when we started winning first playoff game in 15, and we've been able to have the resources to kind of build the team, work on the ballpark, and sign some good players and continue to add to that. And the formulas work really well. I give our baseball ops credit and all of our great players.
Well, Jim, speaking of resources, we know you as the owner of the Astros, but many people might not know your ties to the Houston Open. Can you explain your relationship to this tournament?
Yeah, the tournament, Shell had it for a number of years. It's always been an anchor in Houston, and they had lost the sponsorship, and there was nobody picking it up. So we kind of stepped in with our foundation from the Astros and expanded on that and got a lot of great sponsors, and we're able to pick it up without a break, and we've been slowly adding to it. I think the key's been we've got it back here at Memorial where it was played in the late 40s, and a lot of famous names played in the Houston Open. And got the city to help us, and we were able to raise about $32 million to fix this facility. It's 300 acres. It's right in the middle of the town, and we really can draw here. And we've got the resources to really run the tournament. You'll see a great setup here, and we worked really hard on the course. It should be in good condition. So it's just we really did it for charity. I mean, this year we got a title sponsor with Cadence Bank came in and helped us, and we should be able to donate $6 to $8 million to charity just off of this tournament just this week. So we're very proud of that.
Wow, that's really, really impressive. And Jim, you also play a lot of golf personally. How did you get started in this sport, and how is your game?
Well, as my distance is getting a little shorter, but I could still, I'm about a 4 if I practice a little bit. But I picked it up caddying when I was a kid. I was right next to my high school. I played baseball in high school, and thus I got a team, and I got a golf course here, so I'm pretty lucky. So I picked it up about 12, start caddying, and got to play free on Mondays, and had clubs since then. As I got older, I got to play a little bit more and fine-tuned it, but I've always loved the game, and I love being around it, and I love these tournaments. Yeah,
well, that is very clear that you love these tournaments. And Jim, integrity is a huge tenet in the game of golf and in the game of baseball, and the story of your 2017 team has been well documented. How does it feel to have restored the integrity of your franchise with a dominant performance in October this year?
Well, it was unfortunate that happened. We tried to make the appropriate steps to make sure that never happened again. There was some things in baseball that needed to get fixed, and I think they did. We were unfortunate to be in that spot, but I think we just put our head down and worked a little harder, and really fun to win this one to prove to people that we are a good franchise and we have a great ball club and we do things the right way.
Mm-hmm. And then just last question for you back on the golf. Who are you picking this weekend at the Houston Open?
Well, we've got some good players here. We ended up with a good group. Scottie Scheffler's here. Gary Woodland's a friend. It's won big tournaments. It's hard to pick them. Maybe I'll pick one tomorrow. I'll let you know.
All right. I will look forward to hearing that pick. Congratulations again, Jim. Enjoy the week.
Yeah, thanks you guys for your coverage here, and hope we can showcase the big city of Houston and everyone has a great time this weekend. Thank you.